Hey everybody, welcome back to the bench for episode 2 of the Revell 125th scale Ford FD100 foose edition truck. It was a really good week. I had a lot of fun this week. A lot of painting, building, and trying new things. And I'm going to tell you the new thing I tried was I'm trying to recreate that spark plug wiring fill. So my first attempt at doing it. So, you know, if there's any tips out there, feed it back to me, guys. Also got a lot of painting done on the inside of the cab and the other parts, and now I'm not very far away from getting it finished. Just not this week, it'll be next week. So yeah, but it's coming really close. I'm really happy with what's going on so far, so I hope you guys are too. But if you are new to my channel, click on the subscribe button, you click on the little bell, and every time I upload a video, and to all my subscribers, thank you. Thank you a lot. It means a lot. And if you see something I did in this video, or if you see something I did in my older videos that you need more explanation on, or if you're at a point in your build and you're like, please email me at bucktimore@gmail.com and let's talk. Let me know if there's things I can improve on, especially when I do the build videos for you guys. Also, you can put in the comments, hey Buck, good job. Hey Buck, yeah, that was yours. That worked. Okay. And then, Buck, seriously, what the heck were you doing, man? Put that in the comments and I answer within 12 to 24 hours. But, so with that, let's get to the bench and see how the truck's coming. Good afternoon and getting back to work. Got some things to do, but I told you I was going to show you doing the weathering to help bring out a little bit more of that detail like I did on the engine with the shadows and stuff. So there's going to be a little bit of a process with the wheels. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I've already started one and I'm going to let this dry. Don't worry. What this is going to do after it dries, then I'll go and clean it, and I'll definitely share that with you guys. And I'll be able to just keep, you know, in there a little bit, and mostly it's trying to keep these little details in the wheel rim, I don't know, and just so it highlights it. And then I kind of do a little bit onto there, just to help give it a little depth. And when I go to clean these, you'll see that. And I can clean those, and oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. But I'll do just one more. I know you guys are so excited watching me put this on. Not. So, and what I'm using is the T.B.I panel line. This is accent color, and I use these. I love this, and it's my favorite. It's also what I use to help bring detail back into the panel lines when I do the starships and all that. So you can see the deck work and all that. So, okay. Well, we will come back to those when those get dry, and I am going to start getting on some other things while these are drying. And let me finish this last one, and I'll show you what I've done, and then I'll really get back into building. So I'll be right back. Okay, so some of the stuff I did off camera, and I'm sharing with you now, is I have remember these sand pads I told you guys about. What I've been doing is I'm taking the 12,000. I want the lightest one there is, and I've been going back and I've been sanding or finishing and smoothing down the paint that I've already placed. And also I'm going to be doing at least one more coat. And this little sanding has helped me figure out where some of the areas where I was a little weak on the paint. But I just do that. Don't go real aggressive, but we just do this. I'm just sanding it down, getting it nice and smooth. So when I start doing the finish, when I do the final clear coat on this truck, that'll lay nice and nice. But like I said, I got to at least paint the hood and the truck body, the cab, again, and I'm working on getting the trailer bed ready to go. I've masked off, and the reason I've masked this off is I don't want to get any paint down on here. I don't want to get any of that transfer wood paint in there because, you know, I just don't. I know it's weird. It's like when I want to protect, so there's no, black's fine, but I don't want any other colors down there because it'll change the color of the blue I'm going for just slightly. So that's why I'm protecting all these, the sides and all that, the running boards and the side of the truck bed, because when I do get this finished, I'm going to, you know, I'm going to protect it, clear coat it, but then I'm going to mask this off because when I go to put it on the bed, I've got to do some seam work. Not bad, but yeah, a little bit of seam work. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm taking the tires and I'm running my 800 grit sandpaper over them. I want to give them a little bit of rough. I want to make them, you know, look good. Look like they've been driven. So that's what I'm doing right there. And a lot of times when you do get these tires from other kits, you'll see that seam line right down the middle in the tread, the middle tread. And that's the best way to get it out, is just to go through and just sand the tire down. And I'm using not a very hard grit, but not a very low grit either. Not a very high grit, but not a very low grit. And then I just run my finger around and wipe it down. So when it does, it'll start looking like that. Alright, well, let me get some things moved around and we'll get started into the painting while that's still drying. But, yes, the engine, I finally was able to put that piece on. Yeah, I got to do a little touch up right there, but not very much. But this is looking amazing. This is coming together well. I'm very happy. I still got to do the distributor and the solenoid, but like I said, I'm going to be running wiring to it, so I'm going to actually create that. And I'm just, yeah, I still got to paint the distributor and the solenoid, and then I'll put those on there, and then I can go do all that fun spark plug wire. So, alright guys, let me get this cleared off and come back. We'll start painting on the bed. Real quick guys, I'm go ahead and doing the decal on the back bumper with the license plate, and there's a lot of detail in there that I'll show you why Solvaset is amazing. It's still wet enough, so okay, you see all that nice detail in there? Well, this is where the Solvaset comes in awesome. So I'm just getting it back into position, and okay, then again I'm going to roll it over, put it back into position again. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get the air and the water that's trapped down under it again with my Q-tip, and then I'm just looking to make sure it looks good, and almost, there we go. Sorry guys, my eye for detail. And now that that's there, again I'm going to get my Solvaset, and I'm just going to brush it down onto the decal. Now when it gets dry, and as it should work, this decal now with the Solvaset is going to soften that decal enough that it's going to fold into that license plate emblem. So, yay! So put this out of danger behind me, nice and safe, and I'm going to get back at it guys, so give me a little bit, and these are still drying, so let me get things cleaned up, and we'll get painting on we'll get painting on the truck bed. Sorry, let me rephrase. Sorry about that guys, the truck bed. So, alright, let me get some things moved around. Alright, let's get some painting done. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Vallejo Air 71.077, the wood. And I wanted to show you guys how far just a little bit this Vallejo can go. And, sorry, just kind of looking in. And that's probably all I'm going to use unless I have to add just a bit more. But that's as much as I need. And now I'm going to dilute it with just a little bit of water. Just start there, and then kind of mix it up. And I've always covered this up, but you want to have that little bubble, and covering it helps. So the bubbling is from the water, but here we can take a look. Okay, it's working well. And again, guys, I'm not going crazy on the first, and I'm going to paint the whole thing, and then I'll come back in and do the supports. But again, and this is going to show better about the pre-shading that I did, because it's not getting covered by metallic. So that's where I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes, or a couple of minutes. And yeah, the fun. I know, watching and hurry up and waiting for paint to dry, right? Or grass to go, you know. But like I said, I've masked everything off. And then just keep doing it. I always kind of change a little bit. Sometimes I get a little closer, some not. But as you can see, I'm getting a lot of the shading covered, but I'm not completely getting it concealed, because that's going to add that little bit of more. And then as you can see right there, it started pulling on me because it's too thin. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just wiping it down with I'm just going to go ahead and take this up with the toothpick, or my Q-tip, because it's pooling. So what that's telling me is that this paint is too thin. So I'm going to add a little bit, but that's also going to help give some more texture in there. So I'm going to add a bit more wood. Okay. And like I said, if you do go through a big mount, or you got to get, you know, an amount there, if you need to, do like I do. I get many empty T.B.I paint bottles that I use for storing other paints that I've mixed up or done, or even Vallejos. So again, I'm just going to make sure it's mixed. I'm going to test it. And now, because it was pulling like that, I'm going to come back even further right now. And let this just go like that. And just going to let that sit for a few and go from there. So guys, when I get it done, I will turn the camera back on and I will share with you so you can see what it looks like. Alright, these are dry enough. I'm going to start cleaning them. I did a little bit, and I thought I'd get it back down, but I'm liking the effect that the black has had. I like these a lot better. So I'm just going very easily. What I have in here is mineral spirits. And that's what I use to help remove this. One thing I forgot to tell you guys, before you put any of the T.B.I accent Pentaline on this or any other model you're working on, make sure these have a clear coat before you ever use the Pentaline stuff. Because that Pentaline stuff, if it's not clear coated, sealed, it's going to start eating away at the paint. I had to learn that lesson too, very hard. So I've already dipped a Q-tip. I'm just doing that. I'm dipping a Q-tip in there, and because I don't want to get rid of a lot of it, I am just going, and as you can see, I'm just brushing lightly. I want to keep a lot of that in there because I like it. It gives it a little character. But I'm just slowly going and picking up the worst of it. And again, that's all I'm doing here, guys. So if that starts to, you know, get a little squirrely, you can always turn to the other side. And same thing. I'm just going to lightly just pick up any, you know, okay, like that. And, sorry, oops, last one. And again, like I said, I'm just lightly going and just like that. And then, you know, if you ever want to, you can take a clean, you can go by and get, and just dry it off. But I'm really liking how that's looking. So that's where I'm going to leave that. And now I need to go start fixing the, in here, so I can get this guy going painted. Oh, that reminds me. Here is the bed. Now again, after this dries, I'm going to go ahead and seal it. And then once that dries, I'll start masking off the wood and getting the inner support beams done. But I'm going to let that dry for a bit. So right now I'm just going to get back to working on the injection molds here, and I'll come back and share with you when I have more. Alright, welcome back to the bench on this chilly day. But getting back to it, so I clear coated the truck bed and let it sit overnight and get really good and dry. And now what I'm doing is I'm just creating the masks. And something that I'm kind of figuring out as I go is try to make sure you remember where these points are, because that kind of got me there for a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you right there. Yeah, see? Yeah, well, here we go. Okay. So what I'm doing right here right now is I'm just getting that down, and then if I need to I can lift up the tape a little bit to see where the mark is or where I'm going. And then I just take my lovely toothpick and I just start down where that needs to be, where it's going to be. Just like so. And again on this one. And if you get lost, don't be afraid. Take the tape up and look again. Trust me, I do that a lot. A very lot. And like I said, then I just go in and I mark. And then once I get the marks good, then I'm going to fold the tape over to protect other parts. And then I go in and I just make sure I got the outline where the outside of the truck bed will fit when you put it together. And there we go. And then, like I said, make sure you have a very good sharp X-Acto, and I'll do the last one here in a minute, but I wanted to show you this, guys. So again, just take my X-Acto and I'm lightly scrolling down, or cutting down, you know. Then once that's done, I will go ahead and make that right here. And if everything worked out right, I should be able to just, see, almost. Sometimes it doesn't cut all the way through like you want it to, but that's okay. So that's why I'll use my tweezers. In case it doesn't, I didn't get it all the way cut, then that way when I'm pulling on this, I will be able to stop, run the tape back down, and get that area cut again. But there we go. And that's how I'm going to get these guys, masked off so I can get these guys painted and protect what I've already done. So with that, guys, I'm going to get back at it, and when I come back to paint, I'll show you what it looks like with all the pieces cut off, and we'll get some paint done. So I will return. Okay, so all the masking is now taken care of, and I'm going to go back in with my T.B.I X11 Chrome Silver. And so again, just like always, just going to go nice and easy, because again, it is a metallizer, so I don't want to go overboard the first pass, just like that. Again, like so. Yay! More paint going down. So, guys, I'm going to get this taken care of, and then when it's... Oh, you know what? Let me just finish doing the passes. I don't think I've ever done that with you guys. So, like I said, even if it might take 2 or 3 passes to get it to where I like, but that's good, because if, you know, you saw what happens if it's too thin, or... you know what happens. So let's see here. Then I just kind of pick it up and I look at it and see if there's anything else might need, and then if I'm happy with it, good to go. Sometimes I'll do this too, just turn it a different way so I can make sure I'm getting it all the way I want. And yeah, okay. Well, that looks really good. So now I'm going to let that dry, and then after it dries, or gets close to drying, then I'll start taking the masks off. But I'm going to let it sit here for now. So, alright guys, so when it's ready, I'll come and start taking all the masks off and share that with you guys. So, I'll be back. Okay, it is now dry enough. I've gotten a lot taken off, but let's go ahead and get the rest. Oh, the funs of the tapes, I tell you. Darn it. Here we go. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Let me see. Let me get my tweezers here. Make it easier. Darn tape, I tell you. Okay. More here I didn't know about. Okay. And here we go. Last one. That looks pretty cool. Oh, I really like that. That looks really cool. So, alright guys, well I'm going to finish getting the tape off and then get ready to do some more work. I don't know quite yet what I'm doing, but I'm going to finish getting the tape off and then I will turn the camera back on when I do. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I know what I'm going to start working on next, and that's the spark plug wires and all that. Now, do know this is the first time I've ever tried this, but I've already got pretty engine almost there, so I thought I'd share that with you guys. And I'm going to run wiring to recreate the spark plug wire. Now I've got my 30 dB AG wire, and I've already got snipped. I've gotten 10 snipped. I went one over just in case. And now what I'm doing is I'm pulling out the metal core in it so that I can make it hollow, and it'll be able to do what I need it to. And it's still pretty well stiff enough that it rolls. The reason I did that is because, sorry, if you look with that metal core being in there, sometimes they're just not gonna fit well enough for what I need it to do. So what I did is, like I said, I took that core out, and now I can kind of push down on it when I glue it and help it go. I might look into seeing if I can't widen that up just a little bit. I'm not sure how that route's going to go. But the first thing I'm doing, like I said, is getting the core out, the metal core. So basically I take a little bit of the insulation off on one side, and then I just pull that away. And just like, come on, there we go, just like that. So I'll do one more and then I'll get back at it, and so I'm still, like I said, trying to figure out how I'm going to attach that, but I get there. So again, just take a little bit off, and then I just very gingerly, very carefully pull the metal core out. Alright guys, well let me get back at it, so I'll turn the camera back on when I have more to share. Well, good morning everyone, back to the bench, and I went a little bit yesterday. I've got the undercarriage and all this done, and then I started working on the spark plugs wiring, and yes, not too shabby at all. And that's where I've been working with that. And then also, yes, I did a wonderful job on top, but I forgot to paint the bottom, so I hand brushed this in. I'll go back and take care of the touch-ups here in a bit. But yeah, so I went ahead and just brushed this in. I airbrushed the wood, and then it was just, I don't know. I decided to hand brush, so yeah. But so there is that. So while that is drying, I am going to move this lovely vehicle out of the, move the chassis out of the way, and gonna have to start thinking about the interior and getting going on that. And there is a lot, because there is, okay, firewall, cab, seat, doors, dashboard, instrument panel, and steering wheel, and shifter column. So I'm trying to come up with something to really stay with the metallic blue on top for the interior, and I'm still working it out, but I think I'm going to go with my T.B.I metallic blue. It's really cool, but I'm going to lighten it up a bit. I'm still thinking here, guys. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this just yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, because I got a sky blue, and I think that might actually work for the interior. Go sky blue overall, and then do, like, you know, do these white overall, and then do the seating and that in white to give that appeal. And the same thing here. Gonna paint this white, and then, oh, I gotta paint all this white, and then mark it off so I can do the panels, door panels, in that the metallic blue I used for the outside, because when it does sit in here, it will sit something like that, well, maybe, and sit something like that. So I want to make sure I'm getting all that in where I need to be. So that's where I'm at right now, and so I'm gonna do a test run on a couple of it and see what I think of it, and if I don't, then I'll do another color. I'll warm it back up. I'll sew. And if I do decide to go with just the sky blue and white, then yes, you will definitely know. So let me do a little playing around and figure out which way I'm going to go. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, well, I'm liking that sky blue a lot. And I'll just show you guys. Let's see. And you can see how that pre-shading I did came in. So, yay! So once these are dry, I got to clear coat them and seal the paint, and then I can go on and do the others. And don't worry, even with, there's a lot more detail to come in, but yeah, really liking it, loving it. So that's where it is right now. And oh yes, I gotta get this clear coated and do a little bit more on a couple of details in there. As you can see, there's those little, you can see where each one, you know, gets tied across. So I got to get those bolt holes show up and go from there. And then once that's all good, after I clear coat it and get that done, and then probably what I'm going to do is just use my T.B.I panel line black for that. But I'm going to use it for a lot of it, because I want to get this clear coat, and then I'll use that. So that is that. So yay. I did get this fixed on the trailer bed, and yes, let me show you real quick, just so you don't know what it's going to be. Okay, now I've got everything on there, but you can see I got to take care of a seam there. Definitely got to take care of a seam in there, and then right there. But that looks good. I cannot wait to just see it even more. It looks like I still got a little bit of flash right there, but yeah, I got to get the seam work done first before I can actually get a paint job. But don't worry, because this will all be masked off, and then we can go from there. So, but yeah, hey, not too shabby at all. So that's where I'm at right now for the so far today, is getting some more paint down and trying to get things taken care of. So after these guys have their clear coat and that dries, then it's back onto some more fun with painting and going from there. So gotta let this dry for a bit, and then I'll get back at it. So I will return. So I forgot to share this, but I remember when we did it, you see how that detail, look at that, how it folded into all that detail? That's what that was supposed to do. That's what Silver said helps you do. So, yay! So I thought I'd share that with you guys. And yes, I already put in the red. But, yay! Alright, back to it. Good afternoon, everybody. Been getting more work done. A lot of painting, touch-up painting, and then gloss coating. But they're pretty cool, huh? Then I did the firewall and the inside. That's done. Steering, all that. Then the one thing I forgot to paint, the undercarriage. So this is all clear coated. So now I'm going to get it all taped off and get this ready to go. So yay! But oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Also got this one taped off, and then I made sure and got another clear coat on this, so now I can tape that off and finish doing the sanding, and then get painting on the tail bed, the truck bed. But first thing, a lot of things I need to do, I need to get some decals in spots. Like the wheels, I took them out and made sure I got them clear coated, because there's decals that go on there. And yeah, so let me fuss around, let me get those decals on, and after I do, I will definitely share with you. But here is instrument panel. I like that. That turned out really good. So yeah, alright, well, I'm gonna get at it. I'll be back. Well, good morning. Getting to work again before this big storm hits. We're supposed to be getting a big storm, and supposed to be getting anywhere between 5 to 10 inches of snow. So basically, they don't know, but we're gonna get dumped on. So yay, North Dakota, right? Alright, so first thing I've been doing this morning, and I've never run spark plugs before, so I'm trying, and it's going, it's okay. Just got to let it dry. I keep wanting to add more, and I got to just let this dry, and then I can go add another 2, and then let that dry. But got the decals and the wheels on, so I'm going to set that to the side so it dries. I've got all the insides, doors, cab, and all that. These are all ready. Came out pretty good. So now all I have to do is I gotta prime this and paint the bottom. This is a one thing I did forget. I didn't realize it, and I'm like, oh shoot, I thought it was a, yeah. So doing that, and then also going to gonna do another coat of paint. And yes, I had sand. I thought I had it all down, but then there was some I thought it was just a little line, and it was bugging the heck out of me. It was just flash. So I've been working on that, and have the truck bed almost done. I had to do another little bit of puttying on it to make sure, and then I'm gonna primer this again, and I'll do the pre-shading after that. After I make sure the primer's good, I kind of guess I got ahead of myself there. But that's on the list today. Hopefully this will dry quickly enough so I can get it sanded down and get another coat primer on this and get started working on the painting on the truck bed. And right now, guys, that's kind of where I'm at. Just like I said, I'm waiting for the truck bed to get dry so I can primer that again and do it all in one shot with those 2 pieces. And then I'm just going to go ahead and paint these guys, get these guys repainted, what I've already done, and then that way I can seal it, and then I can start working on the rest of this, getting the trim out and everything. And that's the plan. Try to get as much done as I can today. I just don't know. I was hoping to have it finished, but it's not there. It'll be finished next week. But alright, let me get back at it, and I'll turn the camera on and have some more to share. Alright, well, I've gotten the wiring secured, and I'm going to let it just completely dry here. Let me move a couple of things real quick. Yes, I've got the truck bed all painted, And I need to clear coat that before I do any more painting on it. And also I'm stripping the front end and the cab body. You saw when I went to go get that flash away, and when I repainted there was more scratches than I thought, so, and some other things I need to do. So I just put it in my purple power and I'm letting it strip that paint away, and then I'll do it again. But I thought I'd show you the wiring. I haven't got it in place yet all the way down. I'm just letting it get dry. Then I have gotten the inside of the cab done. Sorry guys, I'm trying to let you see all that goodness. Let me see if I can bring it a little bit closer. There we go. And so, and then like I said, I've gotten the truck bed washed, or not washed, I got it painted. And then this will go here. So, not bad. I'm not very far away. I mean, I am really close to being done. Probably another day or so. But I can't do it right now because I got to let things dry. So, with that, if you guys are up in the North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, South Dakota, wherever, please be careful. It's starting to come down really good right now up here in Minot, and it's just going to keep getting bigger. So please be safe, guys. And wherever else you are, please have a great weekend. So as always, have a safe, fun, and great weekend. Have a safe, fun, and great work week next week. And I'll see you guys back here on the bench when all this is dry.